Hi everyone, Sam the Miracle Man here. I trust all is well. So I'm just sitting here thinking about the topic and it just still feeling the unrest, the unsettled atmosphere in the United States. Just like a bubble of discontent, if you will. But then it reminds me that peace on earth begins with you. Or peace in the United States, peace in your house, whatever it may be, it all begins with you. Because this mind, filled with all this nonsense, this internal chatter, the monkey mind, has all these expectations. I can't have peace until this happens. I can't be happy until this happens. I can't be healthy until this happens. But everything begins with peace. Your happiness depends on you being at peace. That if we have this inner peace, then we're not filled with stress, the worry, the anxiety, and realize life is constantly changing. It's not static. It's very dynamic. So those conditions that you're demanding will never be there because life is constantly fluid. And you think life is going smooth, well right now, then something happens and you go down. Then it goes up and you just ride this roller coaster. Because that's the mind. The mind is the roller coaster. It's like on the surface of the ocean, wave up, wave down. It's about diving deep within us to know that peace, because your spirit, your soul, is at peace. It knows that all is well. But realize, for anything to happen, you need to be at peace with the current situation. The mind is very reactive, protesting constantly against this moment. This isn't right. That isn't right. Oh, this can't be. It's denying the current reality. But to realize all there is this present moment. The mind is the time traveler, future guessing, or dwelling in the past. Those things don't serve you. That all of our power is right here, right now, in this moment. So do the best you can to be in this moment. And the more you're fully in this moment, you'll have less stress, less anxiety, less worry. You'll start to develop that inner peace. And it may not happen overnight. It's a practice. You've been listening to this inner chatter for 5, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 years. So it's just not going to go like, oh, I'm done. Let's be quiet now. No, no, no. As time goes on, it actually starts to ramp up and becomes a little bit more demanding. So just realizing, just whenever you notice the mind, the internal voice causing stress, worry, feel your feet on the ground, touch something. Like if you notice the Dalai Lama, one thing I'm always fascinated with the Dalai Lama when I watch him, he's constantly touching something, keeping himself here in this moment. Whether it's touching a person, touching himself, his hands are always onto something. He's keeping himself here in this moment by noticing, maybe in a subconscious level, but he's noticing, where am I? Because if you're lost up here, you don't really know where you are. You're in the future, you're in the story, you're just someplace. You're not here. But you don't criticize, you don't condemn yourself for not being here. Because that criticism makes things worse, and it definitely does not give you peace. The more you criticize yourself, the more stress you will have, the more worry. So begin to just notice. When you notice you're in the story, the inner critic is just going a mile a minute. Just look around like, oh, look at that flower. Look at that curtain. Look at this. Because when you're in the present moment, even that little thing breaks the thought stream. And that's all we're trying to do. If you want peace on earth, this moment, this household, this job, whatever it may be, it all begins with you. Because the exterior conditions will never meet the demands of the mind. So just pause and be at peace, because everything's perfect right in this moment. even when it doesn't seem that way. Like Washington, D.C. is in an uproar right now because of the protests yesterday. Because those people were definitely not at peace. They were so focused on the external conditions. But they have to realize that peace begins with them. That peace is the transformational force. As I talked about yesterday, Gandhi led through peace. Martin Luther King led through peace. You see a lot of movements leading through peace. And the ones that are solved with war, with fighting, it's a temporary peace. They're still at edge with each other. They're not really completely satisfied. They still have suspicions, if you will, about the other side because they were forced into a condition. But peace is that ultimate source. So just do your best to relax. Allow the stress to drop away, the worry, the anxiety. Realize everything's under control in ways you don't understand or can't possibly understand. Everything's working out for humanity's benefit. That we'll look back at this event in 5-10 years and see the lesson of the day. It's too soon to really know the lesson, but in the future it will become apparent what the lesson will be. And unfortunately, we don't reflect back and learn the lesson. That's why history repeats itself. But what can you do? You're only that one person, and that one person can make a difference. If peace starts to ripple out, then society will change. Because all your power is here. And you can do this. Slow down. Don't allow yourself to get all wrapped up and wound up. And just realize this too shall pass. This body is only here for a little while. Enjoy the ride, because it is a ride. But make the best of it. Take good care of yourself, and I will talk to you tomorrow.